In this video, I'm going to show you the best neck exercises to do every day to keep pain away. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, I want to share with you some of my favorite neck mobility exercises that you can do every single day. Not only will they focus on quick neck pain relief, but they may also help future-proof and lessen instances of neck pain, tightness, stiffness, and even headaches. All of these exercises hit the neck just a little bit differently. Go through them all, take what works best for you. As a bonus, you can do all of these exercises at home, possibly even at work. They don't require any special equipment and may give quick neck pain relief, even in as little as 30 seconds. So let's get started and get the neck feeling better right now. So here's a daily neck exercise you can do first thing in the morning in bed that's going to focus on stretching the neck, strengthening it, and also working on bad forward neck posture, kind of like an all-for-one exercise. Very easy to do. Let's start off in bed, flat on our back like this. First movement, I'm going to take my elbows, bend them at 90 degrees, kind of like creating a field goal position with this exercise. Let's take our elbows and then drive them into the bed to create a nice stretch into the chest, but also feel like the shoulder blades are starting to pinch in the back. I'm going to then lower my elbows down towards my waist. From here, I'm going to imagine that my neck is a rod that I'm trying to pull away from my chest, kind of like taking my head and pulling it away from my body, like a very good traction pulling motion into the neck. Really focus on that. From here, I'm going to turn my head in any direction. Let's go all the way towards the left, kind of like looking over my left shoulder. Go as far as you're able to go. From here, we're going to tuck the chin down towards the chest. So when we're in this position, we should feel a very good stretch into the chest, the upper back, and throughout the neck. It usually feels really good. Hold this position for about 15 to 20 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax, take a breather, and then on the next repetition, stretch into these even more. Always challenge yourself to get a better stretch to get muscle tightness out of the neck. You want to do this for 3 to 5 complete repetitions and then switch to the other side and repeat. To help strengthen the neck and work on bad forward neck posture, let's flip over just like this. We're going to position our body, or I should say our head, to the point where the shoulders and the arms are going to be completely off the edge of that bed. From here, I'm going to do a neck retraction. It's a very easy motion. So I'm just going to start off kind of in a neutral position, and I'm going to draw my chin and head upwards towards the ceiling. So I'm not focusing on bending it back like this, but I'm drawing the chin and head up towards the ceiling as much as we can. You should feel a very good activation of the muscles right here into the neck. Hold this position for about 10 to 15 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this up to 5 times. With each repetition, challenge yourself to draw the head up even more. If you want to take this one to the next level, what we can do is incorporate a little bit more of an angel into this. So slide off just a little bit more to the point where our shoulders are going to be off also. Let's do that neck retraction, but this time around, I'm going to lift my elbows up like this, create that field goal position, so my elbows are at 90 degrees, and then I'm going to lift my elbows up towards the ceiling while I do that head retraction. You should feel like the shoulder blades in the back are pinching, the muscles in the upper back all the way through the neck are firing. Focus on that. Hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds. You're just going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this up to 5 times. Again, with each repetition, challenge yourself because it's only going to help strengthen the neck and also improve neck posture. An overlooked cause of neck pain is because of a tight chest that draws our shoulders forward into a rounded posture, tightens the upper back, and then like a domino effect goes all the way up into the neck, causing tightness, stiffness, headaches, you name it. Here's a great daily exercise that's pretty much going to target all of that. Very easy to do. Let's start with very good upright posture. I'm going to take 2 fingers, place them on the chin like this, and start with a simple chin, or I should say head retraction. I'm just going to push the head back as much as I can. We're not going back with it like this. We're just pushing the chin back until we feel a very good activation of the muscles into the neck. From there, what I'm going to focus on is opening up the chest and also the upper back. So I'm going to take my arms, straighten them at the elbow just like this. The movement from here is very simple. I'm going to try to reach out with my arms like this as much as I can. Starting off in this position, you should feel the upper back, the shoulder blades starting to open up. And also during this exercise, always keep the chin back into that retracted stance. So from here, what I'm going to do is then take my arms and slowly go back just like this while always reaching out. When you do this, you're going to keep coming back until you start to feel the chest start to open up and also the shoulder blades in the back start to pinch together. Challenge yourself to go back as far as you feel comfortable. Once you hit a very comfortable stretch, let's hold this one for 15 to 20 seconds. From there, we're going to take this to the next level. I'm going to try to draw the chin back even further. I'm going to bend the elbows like this, so my arms are creating kind of like a field goal position. I'm going to wing the elbows back as much as I can, get a deep stretch into the chest and upper back, and then from there, what I'm going to do is just raise my arms up towards the ceiling as much as I can, to the point where the hands are going to overlap. Let's hold this for a couple seconds and then slowly come back down. From here, I'm just going to go back into that starting position. Let's retract the chin just a little bit more on this next repetition and try to stretch into it even more. Always challenge yourself as much as you can. The more that you can activate these muscles, the more relief you will get. But you want to do this nice and slowly for about 3 to 5 complete repetitions. Next, let's focus on a little bit more into the top of the shoulder with a muscle called the upper trapezius that runs right through here up into the top of the neck. What I'm going to do is focus on one side to begin with. We're going to take this shoulder, shrug it up towards that ear. So in this case, I'm having a lot going on my right. I'm taking that right shoulder up towards my ear. You should feel the muscles on the top of the shoulder start to activate. From there, I'm going to take the hand on the other side, place it on the right side of my head, and then take my left ear towards my left shoulder. And this feels really good. This one, you might get a sudden pop, crack, or self-release into the neck. And if that is the case, that is quite normal. Just don't try to force this to pop or crack. Once you feel a very deep stretch into the neck, we're going to take this one to the next level by then reaching down with our arms. So we're taking the shoulder down now. The more that you go down with the shoulder, the more intense that stretch is going to get. So really focus on feeling that deep, great stretch. From here, let's hold this for 15 to 20 seconds. You're just going to relax, and then on the next repetition, just try to stretch into it even more. 3 to 5 complete repetitions. And when you're done on one side, always switch to the other to keep them both in balance. So here's one of my favorite daily neck exercises, because not only are we going to get a great stretch, but we can add in a self-massage to really target muscle knots, spasms, trigger points, just general muscle tightness from the base of the skull all the way down to the base of the neck. You can do this one standing or seated. Let's start with very good upright posture. Whatever side that you're having issues, let's say that I'm having a lot of muscle tightness, maybe a big muscle knot on my right side, I'm going to turn my head in the opposite direction. So I'm going all the way towards my left, like looking over my left shoulder. Get an initial stretch into that side. From here, what I'm going to do is look down towards the armpit, like 45 degrees down towards the armpit. This will intensify the stretch, and if it is a very deep stretch, you can hold this for 10 to 15 seconds. From there, just relax, take a breather. On the next repetition, try to stretch into it even more, but you want to do this for about 3 to 5 complete repetitions. If you want to take this one to the next level, let's get back into that original stretch, but take our hand, place it on the back side of the head, and then pull the chin down even further towards that armpit, and this will really open up the side of the neck right here, so only go to your comfort level. But when you're done on one side, I do always recommend doing it on the other side to keep them both in balance. If you are dealing with a lot of muscle knots, this is how we can add in the self-massage component. So let's get back into that original stretch. What I'm going to do from there is take my thumb and then press into it very lightly, build up some tension, and then do a nice circular motion into the muscle that you feel is just really, really tight. Hold this stretch for 10 to 15 seconds while you press into it and self-massage that muscle. From there, you're just going to relax and then simply repeat this 3 to 5 times or until that muscle knot or trigger point starts to release. And you can do this technique pretty much again from the base of the skull all the way down to the base of the neck. Just target spots that need it the most. So here's a daily neck exercise that's going to focus more on tightness, tension right at the base of the skull, a spot that usually will cause tension headaches. This one is very easy to do. You can do this one standing or seated. Let's start with very good upright posture. I'm going to make a fist just like this. Thumb is going to be pointing down towards the floor. Flat edge of the fist is going to go right underneath our chin just like this. We're going to take our chin, our fist, drive it down into our chest. press down as much as you can. The more that you press down, the more that you're going to feel an activation of the muscles into the neck. You want to build up as much initial tension as you can. From there, I'm going to take my hand, place it on the back of the head just like this, and I'm going to press down with my chin and then draw forward with my other hand. When you do this, you're going to feel a traction or pulling motion into the neck, pretty much from the base of the neck all the way to the base of the skull. Really focus on feeling it into the base of the skull. Once we hit a very comfortable stretch, let's hold this one for 10 to 15 seconds. From there, just take a breather. On the next repetition, challenge yourself by stretching more into it. Press more down with your chin, pull more forward with your other hand. Try to do this for 3 to 5 complete repetitions. How we can take this one to the next level and focus a little bit more off to one side. Like let's say that I have just a lot going on my right side. I'm going to turn my head in the other direction while I do this. So I'm going to make that fist, put it right underneath my chin. Instead of going straight down, I'm going to turn my head slightly towards my left. And then I'm going to press down with my chin and then pull forward at that point. You'll notice again that it hits it just a little bit more off to the right side. Go all the way towards the left, go all the way towards the right. And whatever spot feels like it hits it just a little bit better, throw more repetitions in at that point. Target the spots and movements that need it the most. If the exercise has helped, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing to our channel too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching.